So what does it mean to give someone the benefit of the doubt?
In the context of couples therapy, it's also called positive attribution. And research shows that this practice of imagining positive explanations for behaviors instead of negative ones is linked to a higher relationship satisfaction. So joining us now, relationship guru, Dr. Kirsten Lind Seal. Thanks so much for joining us. Let me start with this. Why don't we do this more often? Why do we not give our partners the benefit of the doubt more often? It's always like, I don't believe it. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Exactly. Well, I mean, what we know from the sociological research is that humans have a sort of a negativity bias, and that kind of comes from trying to stay alive. You know, when we think of that there might be a negative reason behind something, that is more likely to keep our tribe going and keep our species alive. So we automatically have something of a negative bent, even really optimistic people, right? So like people sometimes do this with anxiety, like if someone is late coming home and they're like, oh no, they've died in a car crash, right? We sort of, it is a natural human tendency to go there. So what we have to do to counter that is to really sort of change our internal self-talk and to become aware of what is it that we're actually doing.
I also wonder if part of the reason we do it is that it takes the onus off of us. Right? So if you can blame somebody else for it, maybe you're not taking responsibility for what you're doing. So what are ways that we can practice this positive attribution, this giving the benefit of the doubt?
Yes. Yeah. So I have sort of 5 top things that I like to talk about. The first one is practicing perspective taking. So that's literally doing your best to put yourself in your partner's shoes. I wonder what it's like for them in this moment, which we don't automatically do. And it's also harder to do that if we're escalated, if we're flared, if we're upset, angry, worried about something. The second one, which I think we talked about last time, was practicing open communication, which you can it really helps out to use the I language there and just saying how it is you feel. You know, when you don't call when you're going to be late, I feel really anxious and worried, and then I get angry at you because I think whatever. That's the story I'm making up. So those first 2 things, perspective taking, open communication, and this is all, of course, they're all, connected, becoming aware of when you make the negative attributions and maybe challenging yourself. This internal self-talk can be it can be really important, and to say, wow, that is really a negative thought I'm thinking. I wonder what are other options for reasons that this thing might be happening that is upsetting me at the moment.
Number 4 is really interesting here. Practicing forgiveness. Are you talking practicing forgiveness for the other person? Or are you talking practicing forgiveness for yourself?
I will say yes. Both of those things. Practicing forgiveness for the other person for maybe forgetting to call home, for not, picking up the thing they said they would pick up. And then practicing forgiveness for ourselves for having, again, when we understand that it's a natural inclination that we have to go towards the negative attribution, that can make us feel a little less shame about it. And I will tell you that shame is paralyzing. When we feel shame, then we feel stuck. It's really hard to figure out what to do. And so if we can forgive ourselves for kind of being a human being, right, in a human relationship, it doesn't mean that it's okay to do a bunch of bad things. It means that when we don't get everything right, when we don't do something right, we can give ourselves the benefit of the doubt, so that then it'll be easier to give the other person the benefit of the doubt.
Do we get stuck a lot of times in that step? We can get stuck with a lot of these steps, but is that a spot, number 4, forgiving yourself, where a lot of people get stuck?
Yes. I find that one of the things I would say I work on with absolutely every single client or client system that I work with is this idea of practicing self-compassion. And I think I've done some segments on it. I give a shout out to Kristen Neff, selfcompassion.org, a lot of great resources there. But we tend to be so hard on ourselves, and then this makes us hard on others, which is also, again, connected to the positive attributions. Sometimes people will say, well, I don't want to let him off the hook. It's like, actually, just think about the larger context that we're talking about. Would you talk to a good friend that way? Would you talk to your child that way, right? Having a more positive way of thinking about things. And it's not that people don't do things for negative reasons also. It's just that when we are automatically flipping into a negative attribution, this can really put a lot of stress and strain on the relationship that doesn't really need to be there.
Okay, real quick, Kirsten, we just have just a minute left. Give us number 5 real fast.
Yes, number 5 is sharing life stories. So in other words, if you know that, for example, your partner is really scared of using the phone in the car because she once got into an accident and she's not supposed to do that, et cetera, then you know that she's probably not going to call if she's late coming home. So understanding where these triggers come from is super important and can really help us develop the other perspective and become more forgiving.
Having empathy for someone else, too. That's what it's about.
Giving them
Indeed,
grace.
exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
Kirsten Lind Seal, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it.
Lovely to see you.